I'm speaking with agency specialist Bob Weissman, and we're talking about growth as usual, but we're talking about profitability today. So what does an agency principal need to focus on when it comes to the bottom line?
Well, clearly one of the major challenges that all agencies have is, how do I make money? Okay, and especially given the extensive pricing competition in the marketplace today, it becomes more and more difficult. And the clear questions is, well, why am I not making money? Well, the answers are simple. Most typically, you're working on a cost-based model. And the cost-based model today, unfortunately, is based primarily on a production mentality that I'm selling hours, which candidly limits your growth as an organization. And it puts a lot of pressure on you to be able to scope effectively and, in fact, track time effectively to be able to make money. And in most cases, agencies are exceeding budgets, which is why they lose their profitability. And what complicates this, of course, is making sure that you understand your client's expectations. So whatever you're doing from a scoping perspective comes aligned, so you're setting the budget effectively going forward. All right. So what we see in today's marketplace is really two types of models that make, First, we see project-based modeling, and project-based modeling is it's a set price, okay? Now, this requires you to really understand your client and to be able to scope the project effectively. And it does, in fact, incent you to be efficient, or beat, if you would, the number of hours that you've projected. The other model is time and materials pricing, which, of course, incents inefficiency. And if you think about it, you're being rewarded to be inefficient, because the longer it takes you to do something...
I got that paid by the hour mentality.
Yeah, the more you're going to get paid. So
what do you recommend?
So ultimately, what we talk about oftentimes is value-based pricing. Okay? And that requires you having a client that understands you're providing a value. You're not just building something. Okay, you're providing value. So it's getting the right customer, number one. And number two, it also is incumbent upon you understanding, how do we track results? How do we get, understand what the return on that investment may be? And is your client willing to pay you for that? What we've seen in many cases is a model called performance marketing, where ultimately the performance marketing company will get paid for building, but they get paid additionally for what happens down the road, how success happens. So ultimately what we encourage our clients to do, our agencies to do, is look for the right kind of client who understands the value that you're selling or providing to them, rather than just this production mentality, cost-based modeling. Right.
So if you're interested in applying a value-based pricing model into your agency, then Bob Weissman is here as your consultant, agency specialist, Bob Weissman.
Thanks, Mark.